Is this thing working? Guess not. Hey everyone. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm making this video as a thank you to any current and future subscribers who've helped me hit a very important milestone, which is the 100 subscribers mark. It's a pretty small milestone relatively, but it's a really important one to me. So I wanted to make this video a bit more personal. A lot of my videos up until now have simply just been my voiceover over some pictures and videos of my trips. And some of my friends have brought up to me that it seems way too much like a school presentation where I'm trying to sell you an idea or something like that. So I want to move away from that direction because I bet a lot of you also fall asleep at those types of presentations. If you see anything in the videos that could be improved on, or if you have criticism to give, don't be shy. Have some fun. You can be a little mean too. I played video games my entire life. I've got thick skin. Because the channel is pretty small right now, it's more fun being able to personally relate to and respond to every comment. A couple of weeks ago, I made a video about grocery shopping in a grocery market in Indonesia. A lot of the commenters pointed out to me that if I went to a traditional market rather than this upscale grocery shop, I would be able to get far more for a much cheaper price. And they were absolutely right. I can't wait to show you guys that traditional market. Because I'm living in Indonesia right now, a lot of my content will be revolving around my daily life here. But I also want to make more videos about my experiences in other countries as well. For example, a lot of you have expressed your interest in guides on hiking in Switzerland, or for example, the trek to Mount Everest base camp. I hear you. I'm going to get to them, I promise. Because I want to make videos that share my experiences in other countries with people around the world. Since one really big thing that I've come to realize throughout my trips is that travel really is a huge privilege and luxury. Which is a shame because traveling is easily one of the best ways to know yourself and know the world better, and just grow as a person in general. Coming from a developed country like Canada, traveling is usually seen as a hobby. When you ask someone here, what do you like to do for fun? Chances are they'll say something like, oh, I like to travel. And that's kind of skewed my idea of traveling a bit before I started. Because once I started to talk to people, especially from underdeveloped countries, it's pretty eye-opening to see how difficult that is to do for most of the rest of the world. Picture this scenario. There's two of you. One grows up in a rich country and one grows up in a poor country. Let's say these two versions of you are identical, except for the country that you were born in. The reality is that it's much more difficult and usually impossible for the version of you that was born in a poor country to even dream about travel. Whether it's because of passport issues, or how much your country's currency is worth in another country, or maybe both. The version of you born in a more poor country will have to jump through much more hoops to be able to get that experience. This idea really hit home to me when I talked to other software developers from countries like Nepal. Despite having the same career and, quite frankly, even being better than me at that job. Even if they were to work 10 times longer and 10 times harder, it would still be 10 times more costlier for them to have a chance of doing something like a dream trip to Europe. It's only like that because of the country they were born in. That's not a factor that you can change or choose. I want to make sure that whenever I visit a new country and explore the culture, see the nature, try the food, I want to document as much of it as I can and share it out there. Up until now, I haven't taken that many pictures and videos of the places I've seen, but that's about to change. I'm about to become the stereotypical Chinese tourist, taking videos of everything that happens while trying not to annoy other tourists and locals, of course. If you haven't been able to tell, I absolutely love yapping. Your brain has not been rotted enough by social media to know what yapping means. First of all, I'm jealous. And second of all, it basically just means talking way too much. So once again, I want to express my most sincere thanks to any current and future viewers, especially the current ones. You guys will have been there with me ever since the beginning. And I promise the background will change at some point. One interesting thing that I really want to do is try doing these videos while I'm sitting on top of a mountain or hiking or something like that. It's just not really possible to do that in a city like Jakarta. We're gonna move to Bali in 2 months. So have yourself an amazing rest of the day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Also, yes, this is a bag of mangoes. Can someone explain to me how to make them turn yellow? I didn't know that they could come in green.